Did you know that the very first thing you eat in the morning could be the key to unlocking better blood flow, more energy, and even stronger performance in the bedroom? Especially for those of us navigating life after 60. Now, I know that might sound like a bold claim, maybe even a little too good to be true. We're often told that feeling a bit slower, a bit weaker, is just a non-negotiable part of getting older. But what if I told you that's not the whole story? What if some of the most common complaints I hear from men in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, things like cold hands and feet, feeling unsteady, afternoon energy crashes, and a loss of confidence in the bedroom, aren't just about age? What if they're about circulation? And what if the most powerful tool you have to improve it is waiting right in your kitchen? The truth is, most seniors are unknowingly starting their day with a meal that works against their body. A breakfast of simple toast, sugary cereal, or just black coffee can actually cause inflammation and restrict the very blood vessels you need to be open and flexible. It's a daily habit that, over time, quietly robs your legs, your lower back, and yes, down there, of the vital oxygen and nutrients they need to function at their best. If you've been feeling like your spark is fading, let me assure you, the problem might not be your age. It might be your breakfast. Hi, I'm Dr. Racheal. I'm a board-certified urologist, and for over 25 years, I've dedicated my career to men's health. I didn't get into this field to just write prescriptions. I got into it because I believe in foundational health, in giving the body the tools it needs to heal and thrive on its own. I've had the privilege of helping thousands of men regain control over their energy, their strength, and their intimacy. Without a cabinet full of pills, and without shame. I've seen it all. And let me tell you, when it comes to performance and vitality after 60, the conversation shouldn't start with testosterone shots or the little blue pill. It should start with your circulatory system. It should start with your breakfast. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 simple, natural foods that can revolutionize your mornings. These are not exotic, expensive powders you have to order online. These are everyday, affordable ingredients that, when eaten correctly, have been proven to help restore the health of the blood vessels, muscles, and nerves in your lower body. They can bring back that feeling of morning vigor, make climbing a flight of stairs feel easy again, and yes, significantly improve your performance and confidence between the sheets. And please, stick with me until the end. I'll be revealing a specific 2-food combination that has been a game changer for my patients, with many reporting noticeable results in less than a single week. But before we dive in, if you are truly serious about taking charge of your health, staying independent, and feeling strong and confident in your body again, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and join our community here at Sage 70. We are dedicated to giving smart, simple, science-backed advice for seniors who know their best days are not behind them. And to help me create more content for you, let me know if this topic resonates. Type a quick "I'm in" the comments below. I read every single one. Alright, let's get into it. Starting with a food that has been wrongly villainized for decades, but is, in fact, one of the most powerful circulation boosters in your kitchen. Number 1, whole eggs, your morning muscle and nerve builder. I can almost hear the skepticism. Eggs? But Dr. Racheal, what about my cholesterol? Let's clear this up right now. For years, we were told to fear the egg yolk. We now know, thanks to extensive modern research, that for the vast majority of people, dietary cholesterol from foods like eggs has very little impact on blood cholesterol. In fact, by throwing out the yolk, you are throwing out the most nutrient-dense part of the food. For a man over 60, the egg yolk is a powerhouse. It contains choline, a vital nutrient for nerve function. Think of your nerves as the electrical wiring of your body. Choline is the insulation that protects those wires, ensuring signals from your brain travel quickly and clearly to your pelvic region. Better signals mean better sensation and better response. The yolk is also rich in vitamin D, which is crucial for testosterone production and mood, and leucine, an amino acid that acts like a light switch for muscle protein synthesis. It tells your body to take the protein you eat and use it to repair and build muscle, especially the crucial, often neglected muscles of the pelvic floor. These are the muscles that support erections, control urination, and provide stability. I remember a patient, Robert, a 68-year-old retired teacher who loved gardening. He came to me frustrated. "Doc," he said, "I feel so stiff in the morning. My hands ache, and my back just screams at me when I try to bend over. Intimacy with my wife. It feels like a distant memory." I looked at his food diary. His breakfast was a piece of white toast with jam and a cup of coffee. He was starting his day on empty. I had him make one change. 2 whole eggs, scrambled, every morning. At his 1-month follow-up, the change was remarkable. He walked into my office standing straighter. "It's the strangest thing," he said. "The morning stiffness is 80% gone. I spent 2 hours in the garden last Saturday without a single twinge. And my wife. She's noticed the change too." He wasn't just eating food. He was giving his nerves, his muscles, and his hormonal system the specific raw materials they had been begging for. Don't be afraid of the yolk. Just 2 whole eggs. Your circulation, your muscles, and your confidence will thank you. Number 2, plain oats with chia seeds, the arterial pipe cleaner. Now, let's look at blood flow from the inside out. Your arteries are not static tubes, they are dynamic, living tissues. Over time, plaque can build up, narrowing the pathway for blood. Think of it like a pipe slowly getting clogged over the years. This is especially true for the smaller, more delicate arteries that feed the pelvic region. This is where a humble bowl of oatmeal becomes your secret weapon. But I'm not talking about the sugary, pre-packaged instant oatmeal packets. I'm talking about plain, old-fashioned rolled oats or steel-cut oats. Oats are packed with a unique soluble fiber called beta-glucan. When you eat it, beta-glucan forms a thick gel in your digestive tract. This gel does 2 incredible things. First, it traps and removes cholesterol from your body before it can be absorbed. Second, and more importantly for our purposes, it helps to gently scrub the inner lining of your arteries, reducing inflammation and improving their flexibility. A flexible artery is a healthy artery. It can expand easily to allow more blood to flow through when needed. But we can make this breakfast even more powerful. By adding a simple spoonful of chia seeds, you supercharge the bowl. Chia seeds are loaded with magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that are absolutely essential for telling your blood vessels to relax. When your vessels are relaxed, your blood pressure naturally lowers, and blood flows more freely. They are also a fantastic source of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, which are famous for their anti-inflammatory effects. This combination, the scrubbing fiber from the oats and the vessel-relaxing minerals from the chia seeds, is a dynamic duo for your circulatory health. One of my clients, a 72-year-old named Sam, used to be an avid walker. But he told me he had to stop because his legs would ache and he'd get out of breath just walking to the end of his street. His feet were always cold. I had him swap his cornflakes for a warm bowl of plain oats with chia seeds, a dash of cinnamon, and a handful of berries. After a month, he came back beaming. "Dr. Racheal, I walked 2 miles yesterday. 2 miles. My feet aren't cold anymore. It's like someone turned the heat back on in my body." That's what happens when you systematically clean out and relax your arteries every single morning. It doesn't just feed your body, it opens up the highways for life-giving blood to reach every last cell. Okay, we've covered building muscle and cleaning arteries. Now, let's talk about a way to get an immediate boost in blood flow. Something that mimics the effect of popular ED medications, but comes from nature. Number 3, watermelon, nature's nitric oxide booster. Watermelon is more than just a refreshing summer snack. It is one of nature's richest sources of an amino acid called L-citrulline. Now, this is where the science gets exciting. When you consume L-citrulline, your body efficiently converts it into another amino acid, L-arginine. And L-arginine is the direct precursor to a molecule you need to know about, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the master signaling molecule for your blood vessels. It tells the smooth muscles in your artery walls to relax and widen, a process called vasodilation. This is the exact same mechanism that medications like Viagra and Cialis use to work. They increase the availability of nitric oxide in the bloodstream, allowing for a dramatic increase in blood flow to the penis. Watermelon does this naturally, without the side effects, the prescription, or the high cost. For the best and fastest results, eat a few slices in the morning, ideally on an empty stomach to maximize absorption. And here is the professional tip that most people miss. Do not throw away the white part of the rind. The white rind, just beneath the green skin, actually contains an even higher concentration of L-citrulline than the red flesh. I know, it doesn't sound very appetizing. But you can slice it very thin and eat it, or even better, toss a chunk of it, rind and all, into a morning smoothie. Your body won't know the difference, but your circulation will. I had a patient, Bill, a 66-year-old who was deeply discouraged. He felt he had completely lost his morning readiness and his confidence had plummeted. He tried medications but hated the headaches and stuffy nose they gave him. I suggested he try what he jokingly called the watermelon protocol. Within a week, he sent me a one-line email. "Doc, something's definitely waking up down there." He was feeding his body the direct building block it needed to create the very molecule responsible for strong blood flow. It's that simple, and that profound. Number 4, steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt, the mineral-rich stabilizer. This next one often surprises my patients, but it can be the missing link for morning stability, energy, and nerve health. It's a warm steamed sweet potato, sprinkled with just a pinch of unrefined, mineral-rich Celtic sea salt. Why this specific combination? Let's break it down. First, the sweet potato. It's a fantastic source of clean, complex carbohydrates. Unlike sugar or white bread, which cause a rapid spike and crash in blood sugar, sweet potatoes provide a slow, steady release of glucose. This tops up your muscles' glycogen stores, giving them the sustained fuel they need to fire properly all day. This is critical for preventing that feeling of weakness or unsteadiness when you first get out of bed. They are also packed with potassium and vitamin A. Now, the Celtic salt. And I must be very clear, I am not talking about standard, white, processed table salt, which is just sodium chloride. I'm talking about natural, gray, slightly moist Celtic sea salt. This kind of salt contains over 80 essential trace minerals, magnesium, potassium, calcium, and dozens more, in a form your body can easily use. These minerals are electrolytes. They are essential for proper hydration and, most importantly, for nerve function. Every single nerve impulse, every muscle contraction, depends on the correct balance of these electrolytes. For many men over 60, especially if they are on blood pressure medication, this balance can be off. This can lead to morning stiffness, muscle cramps, and that heavy leg feeling. A warm sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic salt first thing in the morning acts like a remineralizing, grounding force. It rehydrates your cells and provides the spark your nervous system needs to function correctly. A patient of mine, Thomas, at 71, had a genuine fear of falling. He told me, "Every morning, I have to sit on the edge of the bed for a minute and brace myself on the nightstand before I feel safe to stand up." Nothing seemed to help. I had him eat just half a small, steamed sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic salt and a glass of warm water before anything else. 3 days later, he called me, his voice filled with disbelief. "Doc, I stood straight up today. No bracing, no dizziness. It's a miracle." It wasn't a miracle. It was physiology. We simply gave his body the exact fuel and minerals it was screaming for. Number 5, avocado, the hormone supporting healthy fat. Finally, let's talk about the food that supports the entire system from a hormonal level, the avocado. For so long, we were caught in a low-fat craze, but healthy fats are not the enemy. In fact, for men, they are your best friend. The monounsaturated fats found in abundance in avocados are crucial building blocks for hormone production, including testosterone. While circulation is key, having healthy hormone levels provides the underlying drive and vitality that makes everything else work better. Avocados are also a potassium superstar, containing even more than a banana. As we discussed, potassium is critical for relaxing blood vessels and maintaining healthy blood pressure. They also provide vitamin K, which is essential for keeping arteries flexible and preventing calcification. Think of avocado as the food that ensures the entire operating system is running smoothly. It supports your hormones, nourishes your blood vessels, and provides a creamy, satisfying source of energy that keeps you full and stable for hours. Adding half an avocado to your breakfast, whether alongside your eggs, mashed on a piece of whole grain toast, or blended into that watermelon smoothie, is a powerful step toward holistic vitality. Your 7-day circulation challenge. Okay. We've covered 5 incredible foods. But knowledge without action is just trivia. So now, I want to give you a concrete plan. A challenge. I call it the 7-day circulation challenge, and it's built around the specific food combo I promised you earlier, the one that has produced the fastest results for my patients. Are you ready? Starting tomorrow morning, here is what I want you to do. Upon waking, on an empty stomach, eat a small bowl of watermelon, making sure to include some of the white rind. Then, about 15 to 20 minutes later, have a warm bowl of plain oatmeal topped with a tablespoon of chia seeds. That's it. Why this exact sequence? The watermelon acts as the opener. The L-citrulline gets absorbed quickly, kickstarting the nitric oxide production and beginning the process of vasodilation. Then, the oats and chia seeds come in behind it as the sustainer. They provide long-lasting energy, the artery scrubbing fiber, and the vessel relaxing minerals to support the system for the rest of the day. It's a potent, strategic, 1-2 punch. Commit to this for just 7 days. Here's what you might notice. Days 1 to 2, you might not feel a huge change, and that's okay. Your body is adapting. Days 3 to 5, pay close attention. You might notice your hands and feet feel warmer. You might find yourself standing up from a chair with a little more ease. You might have a bit more energy in the late afternoon. Days 6 to 7, this is often where the magic happens. Men report waking up with more morning vigor, feeling lighter on their feet, and having more stamina during a simple walk. This isn't about perfection. It's about consistency. One simple choice, every morning, for 1 week. Let me be clear. I've worked with men who were profoundly skeptical. Men who had given up hope. Men who thought their best years were definitively in the rearview mirror. But the body has a miraculous, unwavering desire to heal. It's just waiting for you to give it the right fuel at the right time. Aging doesn't have to be a story of decline. It can be a story of adaptation. Of wisdom. Of learning to work with your body, not against it. You still have plenty of fuel in the tank. We just need to get it to the engine. So, I'll ask you directly. Will you take this first step tomorrow morning? Will you make your breakfast count? You have the tools. You have the knowledge. You have the choice. Your next chapter doesn't start with a new pill. It starts the moment you get up, walk into that kitchen, and feed your body like it still matters. Because it does. This is Dr. Racheal. Thank you for your time today. I believe in your ability to make this change. Take care, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.